Welcome, everyone. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome to A Course in Miracles Daily Pages. We will continue our walk through this wonderful text, and I'll just start reading it, and you can contemplate it. Here we go. Let's see. Yes. So we're still in Chapter 1, The Meaning of Miracles. We're in Section 5, Wholeness and Spirit. The miracle is much like the body in that both are learning aids for facilitating a state in which they become unnecessary. When spirit's original state of direct communication is reached, neither the body nor the miracle serves any purpose. While you believe you are in a body, however, I'll read that again. While you believe you are in a body, however, you can choose between loveless and miraculous channels of expression. You can make an empty shell, but you cannot express nothing at all. You can wait, delay, paralyze yourself, or reduce your creativity almost to nothing, but you cannot abolish it. You can destroy your medium of communication, but not your potential. You did not create yourself. The basic decision of miracle-mindedness is not to wait on time any longer than is necessary. Time can waste as well as be wasted. The miracle worker, therefore, accepts the time control factor gladly. He recognizes that every collapse of time brings everyone closer to the ultimate release from time, in which the Son and the Father are one. Excuse me. Equality does not imply equality now. When everyone recognizes that he has everything, individual contributions to the sonship will no longer be necessary. When the atonement has been completed, all talents will be shared by all the sons of God. God is not partial. All his children have his total love, and all his gifts are freely given to everyone alike. Quote, except ye become as little children, end quote, means that unless you fully recognize your complete dependence on God, you cannot know the real power of the Son in his true relationship with his Father. The specialness of God's sons does not stem from exclusion, but from inclusion. All my brothers are special if they believe that they are deprived of anything. Their perception becomes distorted. Let me read that again since I interrupted myself. All my brothers are special if they believe they are deprived of anything. Their perception becomes distorted. When this occurs, the whole family of God, or the sonship, is impaired in its relationships. Ultimately, every member of the family of God must return. The miracle calls him to return because it blesses and honors him, even though he may be absent in spirit. Quote, God is not mocked, end quote, is not a warning, but a reassurance. God would be mocked if any of his creations lacked holiness. The creation is whole, and the mark of wholeness is holiness. Miracles are affirmations of sonship, which is a state of completion and abundance. Whatever is true is eternal and cannot change or be changed. Spirit is therefore unalterable because it is already perfect, but the mind can elect what it chooses to serve. The only limit put on its choice is that it cannot serve two masters. If it elects to do so, the mind can become the medium by which spirit creates along the lines of its own creation. So if it elects to do so, if the sonship, if a person elects to do so, the mind, if the mind elects to do so, the mind can become the medium by which spirit creates the line of its own creation. If it does not freely elect to do so, The mind retains its creative potential, but places itself under tyrannous rather than authoritative control. As a result, it imprisons because such are the dictates of tyrants. To change your mind means to place it at the disposal of true authority. And that will be discussed thoroughly in chapter 3. And it's just extraordinary. Wow. Wow. What an answer that was for me. To continue, the miracle is a sign that the mind has chosen to be led by me, Yeshua, in Christ's service. Notice the distinction, Yeshua and Christ's service. The abundance of Christ is the natural result of choosing to follow him, capital H. All shadow roots must be uprooted because they are not deep enough to sustain you. The illusion that shallow roots can be deepened and thus made to hold is one of the distortions on which the reverse of the golden rule rests. As these false underpinnings are given up, the equilibrium is temporarily experienced as unstable. However, nothing is less stable than an upside down orientation, nor can anything that holds it upside down be conducive to increase stability. So that's the end of the chapter. I forgot my 4 little dots there to tell me I'm at the end. Here's our end quote. God is not partial. All his children have his total love, and all his gifts are freely given to everyone alike. That's all of us. That's everyone you could ever think of. It looks like I have another quote. Yes, I chose this as well. I couldn't decide between the two. I remember doing this. This is from the same text, the same section I just read. Whatever is true is eternal and cannot change or be changed. Spirit is therefore unalterable because it is already perfect, but the mind can elect what it chooses to serve. The only limit put on the mind's choice is that the mind cannot serve 2 masters. And this is a theme that will be developed continuously throughout this entire book, all three parts. So interesting. So, my little, here we go. Thank you very much. I'm so pleased to be kind of getting this introduction in place, because as we continue through the remaining, should I tell you, 30 chapters, the remaining 30 chapters in the first 669 pages, understanding grows. It's glorious, really. It just builds and builds. If you have an appetite for this, it will turn into, well, should I call it an addiction? Very good addiction. I read a page or 2 in the morning when I wake, always, wherever I am, whomever I'm with, and before I go to sleep. It's just an addiction. I just love these thoughts, love to sleep on them. See you again. It's such a joy to share this with you.